You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet. Welcome. Hey, man. Or woman. Hey there. Hey.
Hi, person.
What's up?
Hello, human.
We're just
Or not human.
Or whatever.
Or dog.
Hey, dog.
Hey, dog.
Hey, cat.
We've had several 5-star iTunes reviews who say that they turn on the podcast for their animals before they leave for work, and they just let it play. That's not true, but that's definitely a thing you could do.
You could do that.
If you want to just increase our listen numbers, you could do that, and we'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
We are also a podcast for pets at home.
For anything.
Yeah.
We're a podcast for anything.
Yeah. We help plants grow 2% if you play us.
Did you know that studies show that if you talk to plants, they'll grow better and faster and stronger?
Yeah.
And gain sentience.
We're responsible for Audrey 2 in Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rick Moranis actually played us.
Yeah. Man, I've got the special edition of that I need to watch. That has the original ending and stuff.
Oh, sweet.
Little Shop of Horrors is my favorite movie with Rick Moranis in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, name a better one. It's not Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is very, very good. But Little Shop of Horrors is Rick Moranis driven.
So you don't think it's a better movie, but it's a better role for Rick Moranis? Or do you think Little Shop of Horrors is better than Ghostbusters?
Absolutely, I do.
All
yeah,
right.
I think Little Shop of Horrors is I wouldn't say a way better movie,
just a little bit.
But I mean, I think it's better. I think it's I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because it's
if $1 is a lot,
yeah,
then it's a nickel better.
I think it's 2 cents better.
2 cents, okay.
But I mean,
slimmer than I thought.
So
okay.
but the thing about Ghostbusters is, I mean, obviously you've got a better cast in Ghostbusters. You know what I mean? There are funnier people.
You got Steve Martin.
You do have Steve Martin, and that is a great. Steve Martin in Little Shop of Horrors, absolutely
as a villain. Yeah,
yeah. If he wasn't in Little Shop of Horrors, I would say Ghostbusters is a better movie for sure. But seeing Steve Martin as the dentist, the scene when he's riding the motorcycle, and then when he's taking the laughing gas, as a villain. I love it. But I have more nostalgia for Little Shop of Horrors than I do Ghostbusters. I feel like more people have nostalgia for Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
But Little Shop of Horrors was one of those movies that I could watch over at the Christian girl's house when I was 7 years old.
Really?
I know. Weird, right?
Yeah. It's a musical. All musicals are godly.
Yeah, and the word "shit's" in there. I remember when Audrey 2 said, "No shit, Sherlock." I looked at the girl are your parents gonna what are they gonna do? Are they gonna freak out?
The Sherlock Holmes reference balances it out. It's fine.
Right? You remember The Great Mouse Detective?
Yeah, I do.
It's a Sherlock thing.
Yeah.
It was pretty okay.
I remember thinking it was all right. Yeah.
It was pretty okay. Yeah, I remember thinking it was all right. That's I think that's in the same realm as Oliver and Company. Which, man, as a kid, I loved Oliver and Company.
That was I think what year did I go see that? Maybe my freshman year or 8th grade year or something like that.
Oh, wow, that's
class
late.
Trip, we saw Oliver and Company.
Did you like it?
The animated with the dogs.
Yeah. Why would I worry? The classic song that we all remember from the classic Disney tune that all the kids sing.
No, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot as a kid. I rewatched it recently with Henry, and it was I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
It's not as good as I remember, but it's good. It's fun. It's weird because it's weird to see a Disney movie set in the real world in a very specific time period that is not this time period.
Yeah.
Not like a period piece, because it's 101 Dalmatians. Okay, sure. That's what, Victorian or whatever. This is it's just
something like that.
It's weird to see a 1980s Disney movie that is set in the late 80s. It's just, I don't know, it's bizarre to me.
Well, this is TADPOG.
Yeah, hey, it's great that we're talking about animation because it kind of ties in a little bit.
Well, so today, the Randomizer, Tyler and Dave, play all games. I'm your beer host, Tyler.
I'm your respected host, Dave.
We were playing through all the Super Nintendo games.
All of them.
All of them.
725 North American official releases.
Mm-hmm.
It's slowly driving me crazy. I won't speak for you, but
Well, we're knocking 4 off the list today.
I know, and man, I don't know. I said
Can
this.
you imagine doing a whole episode over each one of these games?
So yes and no. On the stream, when I streamed this on Sunday, I mentioned it was like doing all 4 of these for one single episode is either a brilliant idea or the dumbest fucking idea ever, because that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
There were four Ren and Stimpy Super Nintendo games. We're going to talk about all of them, which I do think is the better decision. But I will say that playing all 4 of these games,
You took 1d4 sanity damage.
I fucking 1d4.
Because this, so the randomizer, a dark cat at God of her own creation, who doles out what games we're going to play in random order, courtesy of Wikipedia.
Each week, courtesy of our spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Wikipedia, no. Wikipedia's out of the equation. This is all TADPOG.
Oh,
this is all you and me. You're with me?
I'm with you.
Thelma and Louise style. Drive off the cliff of Ren and Stimpy oblivion.
And our own little weird version of Doomy from Beetlejuice the cartoon.
Yeah, nice. You want to talk about the Beetlejuice cartoon for a minute?
Fuck yeah, I love Beetlejuice cartoon.
What was the skeleton's name? Jacques?
Jacques.
What was the spider's name?
Shit, man.
Oh.
I just remember Doomy because I really like that car.
Yeah, man, my big thing with Beetlejuice in all incarnations is the sandworms. I love the sandworms.
Yeah.
They're like stripy socks
It's true.
with venom tongues.
Well-
Also explains why I like stripy socks.
And Venom tongues.
And venom tongues. Like the old UK Wildcats logo when it had a venom tongue that was
looked like a penis.
absolutely looking like a penis. And then they changed it because so many people were like, oh man, that Wildcat has a big red penis in its mouth. He did. Does that Wildcat have a name? Do you know?
Dick Patino.
I'm sorry. I think we were looking for
A few sports fans enjoyed that.
we were looking for Dick Patina. Yeah, sorry. It's when it gets it's when it gets age, that age spotty quality. You know, my Dick Patina didn't really come in until I hit 50. But now
Until about, a good few years and 1,000 layers of AstroGuard shellacking on it. It's wonderful.
yeah, it's a nice veneer. It's like a freshly waxed gymnasium floor.
With sneaker scuff marks all over
Of course. Look, man, I'm 50.
You jerk off and it sounds like a basketball game.
Yeah. It's true.
The randomizer chose for us Ren and Stimpy Fire Dogs,
Fire dogs.
which
Not to be confused with sticky dogs.
sticky dogs. Good Son of Sam reference.
Yeah. Well, that might confuse some people.
A good call. My Call of Cthulhu. Summer. I think I should just call it this. What, Summer of '77? That
Yeah.
should be the name for it.
Yeah.
Because I did not name that very well when we came out with it, so it just became Son of Sam. So I think
Sure.
Call of Cthulhu Summer of '77. That's pretty good.
I like it.
But so we decided to combine Veediots,
Veediots. Fire dogs, of course.
Fire Dogs, Buckaroos, and
With a $sign. Kesha style.
Yeah.
Buckaroo $sign.
and Time Warp.
And Time Warp. Ren and Stimpy games. The Ren and Stimpy show, and then those names that we said.
Yeah. So let's get ahead of this one. They're all bad. They're all.
But they're
Ren and Stimpy, great cartoon.
Yeah.
Horrible games.
So let's go back to Ren and Stimpy Great Cartoon.
Okay.
So Ren and Stimpy was one of the first 3 Nicktoons that came out. Rugrats, Doug, and Ren and Stimpy.
Mm-hmm.
How would you rank those 3 original Nicktoons?
Just how you listed them.
How did I list them? Remind me.
Doug, Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy.
All right. Okay.
I liked Ren and Stimpy, but I didn't love it. I loved the other 2.
Did your parents let you watch it? Because you kind of had like
I had to kind of covertly watch. They didn't tell me don't.
Yeah.
But if it was on, turn that off.
I see. So that didn't heighten it
I
for
kind of
you?
agreed with them.
I should not be watching this.
It's like, it's kind of That's kind of gross. It's funny, but it's also kind of gross. I listen to the soundtrack way more than I watch the show.
The soundtrack?
Fucking love the... Brandon and I had a cassette. Brandon of Axelay fame that was Log, Powder Toast Man, like Muddy Mud Skipper, like all that shit. All the songs from the show.
Was it like an official release
Yeah.
or did he tape it off? Okay, cool.
No, official release.
Because I would tape things off of TV all the time and listen to them on the bus when I was a kid.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, you ruin music. That's what they said. Radio piracy is going to kill music.
Yeah, I was the original pirate. But I was recording movies too. Like, just listen to the audio for movies, like Little Shop of Horrors.
That's okay. You got to do that. As long as you know what it's about, you could do that.
Yeah, because it's like I didn't have the movie. My friend did. So it's like, well, and she didn't really have the movie. Her parents did. So it's like, can I tape this?
God, the bus was the worst, wasn't it?
The bus was bad. Yeah, the bus was
I
real
hate
bad.
the bus. The only place I'd ever get in trouble in school. Was the
Really?
bus.
You get in
Oh,
trouble
man.
on the bus?
Yeah, I just hated the fucking bus so much.
What'd you get in trouble for on the bus?
I think I was playing with metal one time on the bus. Like
Metal?
This lady, yeah, it was like the bus driver said you couldn't play with metal.
That's a weird rule.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not really.
We
a
ended
weird
up
rule.
I ended up with this particular bus driver who goes to Josh's church, and anytime I see her out, tries to talk to me, I'm like, bitch, fuck off.
I got metal. You see
You were
this?
the worst. I'm just playing with. And then her son rode the bus, and like
He played with metal all the
he played
fucking
metal
time.
all the fucking time. Yeah, you bet he did. He had metal like drumsticks. Like he would just brag about it. I had a fucking paper clip. It's like nope, principal's office.
What a weird bus ride.
Very weird.
What a weird thing. Metal.
Her daughter is wonderful. And works at the hospital with me
Yeah?
and is a wonderful person. The mother is the worst.
Do you think that maybe she was like running some kind of like magnet scam and she was transporting magnets over county lines under the bus?
And if we had metal,
It would fuck shit up. Yeah.
I remember one time I had bus driver's name was Soupy.
Soupy.
Soupy was a gnarled old redneck of a woman.
Okay.
Like if I could liken her to an object, it was just a gnarled old bitter stick.
Okay. Well, that makes sense with the metal because wood's natural enemy is metal.
Metal.
So
Because she was just like 5 feet tall and just nasty and mean, and she'd always call us heathens.
heathen.
You heathens, sit down.
So essentially the bus driver's from South Park.
Pretty much. Yeah. I remember one time I told my mom that, like, I didn't think anything about it, but I was like, yeah, she called us, like, heathens. Heathens?
Uh-huh.
Like, heathens. Yeah, she calls us that all the time. My mom calls the principal, gets the bus driver in trouble.
Yeah.
The
For
bus driver-
mispronouncing heathens or for implying that you were heathens?
One of the two. I don't know. Maybe both. And from that point on, she fucking had it out for me.
Oh, I bet.
Hard.
Oh, I bet.
Hard.
Absolutely no metal for you.
2 kids got in a fist fight on the bus, like not too far from school. So she turned the bus around and went back. And
To what? Drop them off at their houses
Yeah.
or something?
took back to the school, like they were fighting. Get them off. They're off my bus. They're back in. They're doing
see.
whatever here at the school.
That's probably proper protocol, right? I don't know.
I can see, like, if you're still like 5 minutes away from the school, all right, just turn back around.
Turn it around.
And the principal gets on the bus, like, okay, who was causing trouble? And she named the 2. And Holland. And, like, we all had to get off the bus. And the other 2 kids who'd gotten in a fight were like, we really have no idea why he is here.
Did you? I mean, like it's just you and me. Did you have anything to do with
I
it?
had nothing to do with it. Literally nothing to do with it.
I mean, there wasn't like any kind of like you weren't even like, yeah, hit him.
Yeah, no, I was sitting like, I was more toward the middle of the bus and they were in the very back. Like, I had nothing to do with it.
Right.
She just, whenever she was looking at the kids, she happened to see my face, like, oh, I hate that kid.
Yeah.
That one. So, yeah, they both told the principal, like, and I was like, yeah. I told her why she hated me, and he's like, okay, I'm going to take it.
I'm a heathen.
Yeah. I wrote a different, after that, I was off that bus.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Things got better then, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they got better then.
Do you know why she was named Soupy?
No.
That's a mystery we need to unravel.
I have no idea.
So you said that Josh.
I could probably look into it and find out somewhere.
Please. Josh goes to church with her daughter?
No, the 2 different bus drivers.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind.
This bus driver's name was Karen, the no metal bus
What
driver.
kind of haircut did she have?
A Karen haircut. And then so Karen, who was just, I don't know, strange Karen,
Yeah.
and
We all
a
remember her.
gnarled Soupy.
Gnarled Soupy. We have to figure out why her.
Why is her name Soupy?
That's not her Christian
That's her
name.
legal Christian name.
That's her heathen name. That's her beyond the wall name. Her wildling name.
No, that's the way her dad said her mom's pussy looked after they fucked and she got pregnant. Oh, it looks all soupy.
I mean,
that's our daughter's name.
The old Native American tradition.
Yeah. How does your wife's vagina look now? She's a huge fan of Soupy Sales, so she's Soupy. That's fine.
Soupy Sales.
It was a fun name back in the 40s.
Is that a thing?
Soupy Sales.
Soupy Sales. Yeah. What's that?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. I don't know about
it. She's a Hollywood actress.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the 40s or in the 20s or currently?
Let me find out. No, like a long time ago.
Okay. So I shouldn't feel like really, really bad for not knowing who Soupy Sales is.
No. Oh, okay. Well, see, I was wrong. I thought Soupy Sales was a woman. Soupy Sales was a man.
It's a man, baby.
Milton Sutman, known professionally as Soupy Sales, was an American comedian, actor, radio television person, and jazz aficionado.
Let's learn about him for the next hour.
Looks like he was born in 26, so this was like in the 50s probably.
All right. His name is Milton?
Milton Sutman, or Soupman, I guess.
That's a name you don't hear much anymore. Milton? Yeah.
Just Milton Bradley. He was worth approximately $5 million in 2019, his estate.
Mel is also a name you don't hear a lot.
You don't hear a lot of Mel.
Melissa, short for Melissa, you hear Mel, but like a man named Mel.
Mel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mel Torme.
Mel Torme, that's it.
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. Yeah, that's probably why. That's
it.
All right, we found it. We found it.
But speaking of horrible allegations and horrible people, Ren and Stimpy again.
Well, Ren and Stimpy isn't a horrible person.
You're right.
Ren and Stimpy is, okay, so back to the Nicktoons ranking. I respect that ranking, except that mine is slightly different, and it's the exact same, except just take Ren and Stimpy from the bottom, move it to the top, and everything else bumps down.
All right.
So for me, it's Ren and Stimpy was the best. Mm-hmm. In 1991, when these first came out, Ren and Stimpy was the best, then Doug, then Rugrats. And then like a year later, that order definitely changed. And it was like, I'm a Doug man.
Yeah.
Because
Doug is very good.
Doug is very good, but like Ren and Stimpy was like, out of those three, Ren and Stimpy was the one where it's like,
that's the one of these things is not like the other.
Absolutely. Because it's like, did you want to like learn something about feelings or like a lesson or something? You're not going to get that here at Ren and Stimpy, which I loved because it's like, my life has been full of that until this moment. But see, I also
need a break from me, you know?
And I'm not old enough to legally drink yet. So Ren and
I don't have a well to go in the backyard and stare into silently. So I'm going to watch Ren and Stimpy.
That's how I don't know if you know this or not, but they advertise it as Ren and Stimpy, whiskey for kids. But I also like Ren and Stimpy because, so my dad and I used to watch Ren and Stimpy. My dad liked Ren and Stimpy.
Okay.
And it's like, I had a different childhood than a lot of my friends did because like my parents were pretty liberal about like what I could watch. So there was pretty much it was fair game. Within reason. But like Ren and Stimpy, I remember watching Ren and Stimpy with him, and it was like anything that I liked and he liked, it was like, it's a bonding element.
Yep.
Because it's like, okay, this is a thing. Ren and Stimpy, and it's like
the rare thing you can enjoy together.
Right. And neither one's pretending. You know what I mean? And it's like, as I get older, as a father myself now, I'm learning to cherish those moments just like I did as a child.
Even John Kay had that with his dad over Foghorn Leghorn.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only cartoon they could watch together. Otherwise, his dad was being pretty mean to him.
So John Kay, we've mentioned several times, he is the creator of Ren and Stimpy. Mm-hmm. And man, I, as a kid, loved Ren and Stimpy so much that like I would consume as much like media as I could that was Ren and Stimpy related, and including I remember getting a magazine where I can't remember, I wish I could remember what magazine it was, but I remember getting a magazine where he was interviewed. And John Kay is one of the reasons that I still to this day have the attitude that I have about like creators needing to protect their creations. Because Nickelodeon essentially took Ren and Stimpy away from John K. Now, that being said, I mean, the other side of it is like, yeah, you got to like meet your deadlines and you got to like not be a dick.
You have to be a professional.
You got it right, exactly. So it's like
he does have one of the coolest signatures. I really like his signature.
Well, that's of course, yeah. But I feel like that's
but allegedly that's all I'm gonna like about him. Apparently there is very bad stuff about him. I do not know what it is.
Yeah.
I have not heard. You were talking about it on the Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Paul was talking about it on the Twitch stream.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. So all of that, like me saying that, like, I like as a kid, like really was into his work and like really like
his animation work.
Yeah, his animation. That's very important. That's an important distinction to make. And like
he does look like when I finally saw him, pictures of him and the interviews with him, I was like, okay, this dude looks fucking creepy.
Yeah, you asked me. You're like, is he a creep? Because he looks like a creep.
He absolutely does.
Yeah, he's a creep. Of course he's a creep. So like, yeah, that's the thing where it's like, that's the big thing that it's like, and I don't think that people talk about this enough, honestly. And this is, okay, so that whole...
He has a Ted Bundy vibe.
Okay, I think
he has a real Ted Bundy vibe.
I think that's a very good, I think you hit the nail on the head there. The whole like me saying that like John K, like I respected him, man. And it's like, it's so fucking hard for me because it's like a couple years ago it came out that he molested 2 underage girls. And it's like, which is sinister, of course, but it's even more sinister than that because it's like one of them, both of them wanted to be in animation. And it's like one of them, like he goes to like her parents like trailer and like, you know, makes like, I guess one of those Elvis arrangements.
Okay. Yeah.
And so like,
what's the
Ted Bundy?
No, the Ted that's on Fox News all the time. Who wrote the Jailbait song.
Oh, I don't know, dude. Sorry.
Oh man,
I'm not your Fox News guy.
Well, he's also like he's a big musician.
Dude, I didn't know who Soupy Sales was. How am I going to know who Ted is?
Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent, the Nuge.
Ted Nugent had a similar thing where he adopted like a 15-year-old girl and took on.
Yeah, it turns out a lot of rock stars did that, I guess John K did that too. But yeah, I don't know. I think it sucks. Obviously, it sucks for me less than it does the victims. But like, I don't know, man. It's like one of those things where it gets into that thing where it's like, man, separating the art and the artist is really fucking hard when it's something like that. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Weirdly, murder is fine.
We can deal with that. We can all understand murder a little bit.
I mean, I listen to like a bunch of musicians.
We've all thought about murdering somebody at some point in time.
That's probably
but
it.
We're all not like, oh, think about molesting that. No, we're not so much. But like,
that's probably it.
Murder, we can wrap our heads around murder.
That's probably 100% what it is. That is probably 100% what it is. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it really fucking sucks. And it's like one of those where it's like, I'm glad that came out, you know, I'm like really glad that came out, but it came out like 2 years ago. And this shit was happening when, essentially Ren and Stimpy was like a thing. Yeah. So it's gross. It's real gross. With all that being said,
cause he had a weird childhood. Cause I was doing my research into like, the show and the games, and that he was raised in like going army base to army base. So all he ever did was watch weird European animation. That's all he had in place of like stable friends or stable homes. And they eventually they made him live with his grandparents for a long time. So all he ever did was just draw.
Yeah.
But he was too into that, and his dad sounded somewhat abusive to him because he wasn't playing sports and chasing girls. He just wanted to draw Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah.
And so
Damn it, Bobby.
He worked all summer on a comic book, and his dad tried from him, threw it in the fire, and then replaced all his comic books with Playboys, hoping that would stir something up in him. I guess
that
worked. Just join, Playboy and Hanna-Barbera cartoons. This is what you get.
Yeah. So, bummer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, big bummer.
Yeah.
But Ren and Stimpy was okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That wasn't just him. That was a team of people.
That is true. That was his
So you
studio.
can't say it's all him.
Yeah, and a lot of his solo stuff.
You could say he probably didn't molest children with a group of people. So that's all him, and you can hate him for that.
I mean, you could say that.
So you can praise Ren and Stimpy because it's a bunch of people.
But the first season of Ren and Stimpy I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like nothing that I'd ever seen before. That was also kind of part of it. And of course inspired a bunch of cartoonists. And like Mike Judge has said before that John Kay was an influence for like Beavis and Butthead. And it's like that totally makes sense because they're both envelope pushing like shows, you know, like animation. I mean, I remember watching Ren and Stimpy when it first came out and thinking, I cannot believe that this is a cartoon on this channel.
Yeah.
That also has like Doug and Rugrats. You know what I mean? Like, like cartoons that are definitely made with the purpose of making
Angry Beavers.
Well, that came way later. I was starting to age out. The next Nicktoon after those first three was Rocko's Modern Life.
Rocko's Modern Life outside its moments for your... Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Like with like the gross out stuff, but like man,
or the sexual stuff like when he works for the sex hotline, and
that all went over my head. Like I didn't know. Like oh baby, oh baby,
oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
I just thought that he was feigning enthusiasm, which he was, but I didn't get like the second layer. You know what I mean? I didn't know what he did. I didn't know what jobs were. It's a thing your dad does in the morning and then comes home and. And then I guess after that was Real Monsters.
Yep, I did love it. I aged out like right as like the wild thornberries were a thing.
See,
so
yeah,
that's where my Nicktoon knowledge kind of stops.
After Real Monsters, I don't really know. Like Cat Dog was a thing that I saw a few episodes of.
I aged out of Cat Dog, and I didn't really care for Cat Dog.
Angry Beavers, you mentioned. That's the thing I saw.
The last Nicktoon that I remember, like, fuck, this is really good, was Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold was legitimately like it had its touching moments and like serious issues and funny and like it was just Hey Arnold was a great cartoon.
I've heard a lot of people say that. I've never really seen.
There's supposed to be a spinoff called The Patakis for MTV, but it never really took off.
There was a Ren and Stimpy came back. Speaking of spinoffs,
I never heard of this.
I remember when this happened. When Ren and Stimpy came back for Spike TV, the Ren and Stimpy adult party show, and it sucked. Yeah, it sucked. I hated it. And it was really, honestly, like what weirded me out about it was how like it's super sexual, and that's weird for me to say. Like, it's weird for me to be like, I don't like this because cartoon characters are groping their breasts, you know. And it was weird. It was. If it had not been Ren and Stimpy, I do not think it would have bothered me. But because it was like, this is a cartoon that I watched with my dad when I was 10.
And it also been like the Rugrats. It probably would have bothered somebody.
It definitely would have bugged me if it was the Rugrats. But I don't know. We can explore that because it's like if they're all grown up. Okay, first of all, let's go ahead and put that on the table. But it's like,
I mean, because that is a thing. So
is that
Rugrats all grown up like when they're teenagers? Yeah.
That sounds horrible. I didn't see any.
It wasn't bad.
I heard about it, but I didn't see any of it. What are the storylines like? Pretty much the same thing. Just replace Bottle with cell phone.
Yeah. Bottle with cell phone, drugs.
Do they have a drugs episode?
I don't know, probably. I don't know. I only saw like maybe 4 or 5 episodes of All Grown Up.
Is Spike around or is he deceased?
I feel like he was in it, but super, super old.
Gotcha. Okay. That's the right way to do it. And then they probably did an episode where he died.
Just age it and like, get around very slowly, had no teeth. Like that's, I vaguely remember that.
Man, that's making me kind of sad a little bit.
Yeah.
Spike, best character in Rugrats. Yeah.
Grandpa was pretty good too.
Grandpa's all right. Grandpa's okay, I guess. Stu's pretty good. Stu's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. Watching Rugrats as a child versus watching it as an adult, it's like, man, there are a lot of like, I can relate to the adults now, and that's weird. You know what I mean? Because it's, I don't know, it's just like, all right. Clearly, there's something going on
Where do you
between
get
these.
one of these like sharp plastic wooden play things you put around the sliding glass door? And you can apparently just leave your kids in it for 12 hours at a time.
Yeah. Those kids were left unsupervised for a very long time. And they all seem to live in really nice houses.
Yeah. These games.
You want to talk about the games?
Talk about the games?
You want to do them in order, or what do you want to do?
Well, I do have something sent to us from Sandwich Pope Phil.
You want to do that now?
I want to do that now.
Let's do it.
I want to do that now.
It seems like the perfect time.
Seems like the perfect time. I wanted to do it earlier, then like we enjoyed talking about Ren and Stimpy.
We enjoyed talking about Ren and Stimpy.
Let's have something one more thing fun before we talk about these 4 games.
We're talking about Ren and Stimpy. Perfect segue into the Ren and Stimpy games, but let's do this thing.
Let's do this thing first. Called RPG spell or energy drink flavor.
Okay.
Little quiz.
All right. I think we're going to do very well. But then again, I actually don't drink many energy drinks outside of Monster Life, as is evidenced by the tattoo on my chest.
1, ultraviolet.
That's a Monster energy drink.
Pipeline punch.
That is also a Monster energy drink.
Blue bolt.
That's a spell? I don't know. Does it say what RPG? Like, is it?
I guess just any RPG.
That's probably, maybe that's an energy drink too. I don't know. What do you think?
You think both?
No. I'm just like, I feel like I'm over here like the fucking Rain Man, energy drink, and I want you to have a chance.
I think Blue Bolt thing sounds like energy drink to me.
Okay, let's do energy drink. Okay.
Star Blast.
That's a spell.
RPG.
Yeah, it's a spell.
Kazapple.
I mean, that sounds like an energy drink, but man, I kind of want it to be a spell.
I think it's energy drink.
What would this Kazapple spell be?
The next time we play D&D and make an epic level spell, we'll make Kazapple.
Kazapple. It's like a mass transmogrification, mass polymorph into apples.
Into pineapples.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Putting a Hawaiian spin on it.
Broom.
I think you meant zoom. Broom.
Broom.
I don't know, man.
I think it's got to be RPG.
Is that like a Final Fantasy 1 thing, like the brooms?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Cool Aura. I think that's RPG. Sort of like Cool Shield and Fire Shield is what I'd assume.
All right. I think that's a trick. I think that's a tricky one, though.
Green Storm.
That's probably an energy drink, right?
Energy drink? Yeah, I think so.
Because green is not an element, right?
Summer Dream.
I don't feel like that's a great energy drink name, so that's probably a spell.
RPG.
You know what I mean?
I can see where it's like a hypnotizing spell in an RPG.
Yeah.
Hell Strong Focus.
Hell Strong Focus. That sounds like it's like a slogan that's attached to
I
an
can see it
energy
like
drink.
a Japanese energy drink. Hell Strong Focus.
All right, energy drink. Let's do it.
Pure Silver Zero.
That has to be an energy drink. I'm not familiar with that, but can we make an RPG where all the spells are energy drink names?
Perfect. Dark Mist.
That's
Was that what Magus could cast? Did he cast Dark Mist?
He had a lot of dark. Yeah, maybe. I can't remember, but yeah, that's got to be a spell.
Gold Rush. That's a tricksy one.
Yeah, it is tough because I could see that going either way. I would say energy drink, but I don't. But I'm not very confident in that. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, I think it's energy
drink. Okay.
Acid Storm. RPG.
RPG. Sure. Yeah, I don't think I want to drink something called Acid Storm.
Big Shot. I think that's RPG.
That is RPG. What is that from?
Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, that's it. That's not a spell though. So
Trading Paint.
Trading Paint?
Mm-hmm. With an apostrophe. Trading Paint.
I mean, I don't.
Are there spells in Splatoon?
I don't think so. I don't think there's spells in Bassin's Black Bass either. So, yeah, energy drink. I don't. What do you think?
We'll go energy drink.
All right.
Tribute CYPX.
I mean, the energy drink.
See, I don't know if it's like a Xenosaga thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see it being
CYPX.
CYP-X.
Ooh, there's a dash
There's
in
a
there.
dash there.
Cypex.
Cybex?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's RPG. Diamond Dust. RPG.
RPG, yeah.
Zing.
Fairy Fire. Zing. Yeah, I don't. Energy drink? I don't know.
And then 20, Recovery Grape. I want to say Monster Energy drink, but I could see there being like some sort of.
It's definitely not Monster, but it might be another energy drink because they do have recovery.
Well, they're not Monster. They're just energy drink flavors, so it doesn't have to be a Monster one.
But there is like a recovery line. But recovery grape. I mean, that sounds like that's got to be RPG, right?
I mean, it really could be.
That has to be an RPG. Recovery grape.
RPG, recovery grape.
Yeah. I think it was Rockstar that had a recovery.
I think
drink.
they do. Yeah.
All right, how'd we do?
Number 1, we had that it was an energy drink. We are correct.
What is it?
Scroll back up, but it's not done very well.
Oh, I see.
Ultraviolet.
Ultraviolet. Energy drink. All right. What was the next one?
Pipeline Punch.
We said energy drink.
Energy drink.
All right. We started out easy.
Blue Bolt.
All right.
Blue Bolt.
This one we said
We ended up saying energy drink.
energy drink and
RPG.
does it say what it is from?
It does not.
All right. I'm going to do some research.
4, Star Blast. We said RPG. Energy drink.
What?
Yep.
What?
5, Gazapple.
We said energy drink.
And it is, in fact, RPG.
God damn it. How is this happening?
6, Broom Broom. We said RPG. It is RPG.
Okay, Blue Bolt. This is a definition on Urban Dictionary. In Dungeons and Dragons, a blue bolt is when a player's character is suddenly struck by a bolt of lightning that ignores all armor class, spell resistance, or any form of resistance. There is no avoiding, dodging, resisting, or surviving or resurrection from a hit by a blue bolt. Sounds like DM Fiat. That's what it sounds like. So,
This is bullshit.
It's not a real thing, is it?
Let's see. The number 7, Cool Aura. We said RPG, and it is RPG.
All right. I wonder what that one's from. Kazapple is a spell in the Dragon Quest series. It draws MP from all 4 party members to strike an enemy with an earth-shaking bolt of divine lightning. Kazapple.
Huh. Okay. 8, Green Storm. We said that's an energy drink, and that is an energy drink.
All right. Excellent. Have you ever played a Dragon Quest game?
I have not.
I haven't either. That's like absolutely a big old gaping hole in my RPG.
Everybody talks about how great they are, but I've never.
Yeah, same.
I think I bought you one.
I don't think you did. That probably was the other guy.
No, I'm pretty sure I bought you. Like I have the dice bag from it or whatever.
I don't know.
It was on sale, and I think it was right before something else really good came out.
Was it what? Which one was it? Do you remember what platform it was for?
This was back in your apartment in Lone Oak.
Oh, then there is absolutely no telling. You might have absolutely bought me one, and I didn't realize it. Do you remember what if it was like for what was it on?
Maybe it was like Xbox or PlayStation 2.
Oh God, I definitely remember you buying Symphony of the Night.
Yep.
That one I remember for sure.
Yep. See, number 10, Hellstrong Focus.
We said energy drink.
It is an energy drink.
I'm gonna look that one up.
11, Pure Silver Zero. We said energy drink. It is an energy drink.
Hell Energy gives you power like hell. Hell, strong focus. Plus 20% more caffeine than our usual 32 milligrams, 100 milliliter products. Vitamins B2, B3, B5, B6, B12, C, and D. Contains no preservatives.
It goes bad instantly as soon as you open it.
It's a brand. Hell is a brand. Strong focus is the flavor. Diablo's minions grow stronger. Should be. They need a tie-in with Blizzard because Blizzard needs help.
12, Dark Mist. We said RPG.
Right.
It is RPG.
All right.
13, we said is an energy drink. Gold Rush, and it is an energy drink.
Made out of pee.
14, Acid Storm. We said RPG. It is an RPG.
Dark Mist is a 5th edition D&D spell, it looks like.
Oh.
Creatures outside the mist cannot see through this darkness, and creatures within it have their vision limited to a 5-foot radius. So it's kind of like magical darkness, but a little friendlier to the
little
caster.
friendlier, yeah. So what did I say? 15, is that what we're on? Big Shot. We said RPG. It is RPG. 16, Trade and Paint. We said energy drink. It's an energy drink.
Trade and Paint. I'm looking this one up. Okay, apparently I need to put energy drink after Trade and Paint.
It's also a sexual maneuver.
Oh, yeah, it's a NASCAR sexual maneuver. Amp Energy, or is it AMP? I don't know. Has probably Amp, right? Let's be real. Amp Energy has announced the launch of Trade and Paint, a new limited time only Dale Earnhardt Jr. themed energy drink. This is from 2009. The beverage is a collision of 3 flavors.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
It doesn't say this, but it definitely implies that it will explode with flavor in your mouth. It collides orange, lime, and berry.
It'll make your son not be able to live up to your legacy. Let's see, then Tribute Sip X.
The Tenacious D energy drink.
We said RPG. It is energy drink.
But that was the one that we thought might have been like a...
Yeah, like a Xenogears.
Xenogears, yeah.
Diamond Dust, RPG. It is an RPG.
There we go. We knew that one for
19 Zing.
Zing!
That's an RPG. It's a
Zing?
spell. Yeah, Zing.
Probably some bullshit spell like Blue Bolt.
And then Recovery Grape. We said RPG. That's an RPG spell. It is an energy drink.
Damn, sorry. I think I just wanted it to be an RPG thing.
It's okay. I understand.
Zing is a recurring spell in the Dragon Quest series. Zing and Kazapple.
Zing and Kazapple.
You know what? I think fuck that series.
Yeah, fuck that.
How about you stick to like some real cool names like Fire, Fyra, Fyraga?
Fire 2,
Yeah.
Fire 3.
Fuck you with your Kazapple and your Zing.
Lit.
Yeah.
Rub. XXX.
I think lit is from a spell from The World Ends With You.
Lit and dab. Dab 2. Dabaga.
Dabaga. Hold down the right trigger to dab on all your enemies simultaneously.
No, I put an all material on my dab materia, and now I dab on everybody.
Shit, what if you use the link materia? Now you're hitting people with dab energy with every sword swing.
Oh man, okay, Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy. Speaking of dabbing,
Jabbing.
who invented dabbing? Ren Hook, the Chihuahua.
Is it Hook?
From Ren and Stimpy. It's Hook.
Hook.
It looks like Hook.
Oh yeah, I thought it was Hook.
Yeah, I did too, but I recently found out that it was Hook, and it definitely cracked the foundation of my childhood, and it's fine. I'll get over it. And Stimpy J Cat, something like that.
Okay.
Stimpy something cat.
Yeah.
They are in 4 video games. Which video game would you like to talk about first?
Or the order of which you played them? Because you played Fire Dogs first, right?
Look, I'm going to be real with you. There became a point where these games fucking blended together, so
Yeah.
I can't even tell you the order that I played them in. There are 2 that stand out. Fire Dogs being the first one that stands out because it is not a platformer.
It's the most different.
It's a very different kind of game. It's like it is based on an episode of Ren and Stimpy.
Apparently one of the more shittily produced episodes.
Yeah, like slapped together and like it was written, I think, in an hour.
A cheater cartoon is what they called it.
But it's like, I mean, it's a really good one because I remember it like as a kid. Like I remember that's like, I think that's the first appearance of the reoccurring horse. No, sir, I didn't like it.
Okay.
Because and like I remember, my dad cracked the fuck up over that. Like, and I. So this episode, like, I don't know, it's there, it's stuck. You know.
Okay.
It was one of those where it's like, holy shit, he thinks this is funny too. Yeah, Fire Dogs. It was a Ren and Stimpy episode, and this whole game is based on that one episode where Ren and Stimpy disguise themselves as Dalmatians so that they can get in off the street and live in a firehouse. They're strays.
I rented this game once as a kid.
You did.
Once and only once.
I'm surprised you found it.
I barely remember it. I just remember absolutely hating it and not being able to make any sense of it.
Yeah, Weekend Ruined.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was a sad Friday night.
Because it's, I feel like it, I mean, it's no matter what, it's not going to be a good game. What makes it an incredibly bad game is the time limit.
Yeah, well, so wait, why do you say no matter what, it's not going to be a good game?
Just I feel like because it's only like 2 things you rinse and repeat. basically a level where you're Stimpy doing a puzzle of sort while you sneak through the firehouse trying to find different items to go in the fire truck.
It's a scavenger hunt,
Yeah.
Well, and kind of a stealth game because you definitely have a Dalmatian paint meter because you paint yourself. Stimpy paints himself.
You have to watch out for the showers to wash off the paint. Because
Yeah.
if the firefighter sees you and you're not a Dalmatian, they hit you and you
Smash
die.
yeah. One hit kill, a
Yep.
blue bolt,
Yep.
if you will.
Because you have to collect a beaver,
Wacky.
boots. I do like that you can equip them and get through hazards in the firehouse.
Yeah, it's cool. Like the boots.
That is a nice element.
The boot.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, dare I say, a Metroidvania kind of thing, where it's like, in order to get the fire hat on like the second level, you have to equip the boots that you find somewhere else in the firehouse. Because in order to get up the stairs, you have to go across water, and if you don't have the boots, you just skid across the water out of control.
Yep.
If you have the boots, you can walk on the water,
Yep.
and then access the stairs. So that's cool.
Yeah, you get a stuffed beaver, I guess. I guess it's a live beaver.
It's live.
It chews through walls that are cracked so you can access the different parts of the firehouse.
Yep.
Fire extinguisher puts out fires that are in your way in the firehouse.
Yeah, because you also do have to worry about your health. Stimpy can,
Yeah, just a health meter on top of all this.
Stimpy can die by fire.
Jason by water and Stimpy by fire.
Lots of fires in this firehouse.
Yeah.
Lots of fires.
You can also squirt the firefighters with the extinguisher and they'll be stunned for a second.
Yeah.
Just like a second.
Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
What else other items are useful? Because there are several. You have to go throughout hunting, equip them, put them back by selecting them on the fire truck, all while the timer's going down.
Yeah.
And then go find Ren and then go get bags of nitty gritty kitty litter.
Gritty kitty.
Gritty kitty.
Yeah. And that's just bonus.
Yeah. And that's
bonus.
half the game.
That is literally half of the game.
And then the other half of the game, which I think is even worse.
I think it's better. Yeah.
man.
I think it's better.
I just think you do it for so long.
It does do it for a very long time, but it's way easier and less frustrating, I think, than the first segment. Because it's like that first segment we are not doing a good job of describing how frustrating that is.
You have like 2 minutes to navigate all throughout this firehouse while watching your health, watching your paint, trying to grab these items, select the items, use the items, and then once you get them, go back downstairs, put them one by one while the timer's still going down onto the fire truck. Like,
you're not going to do it the first time.
yeah, no, you're not.
And then for me, the part where it got really frustrating was remembering where those items were the next time through, because it's like the firehouse art style looks exactly the same each day. It's just the rooms change and so it's tough to be like, okay, is the fire hat in the far right room or was that Monday? You know, it's like I can't remember where all these items are, and it gets really frustrating.
Yeah.
Because it's like, the timer is a fucking killer.
And then the other half, you are Ren and Stimpy with a trampoline catching items that are being thrown out of a building.
Yeah.
And maybe if they varied more or there was something different to do, but it's just chickens, books, statues, avoid the 5-ton big sledgehammer things. What else do they throw down? Coins. You can occasionally get coins.
And coins, money's just points in this game. So you don't get to do anything cool with it or anything.
Till eventually at the end, and like big things of sand.
That's Gritty Kitty Litter.
Gritty Kitty Litter.
Yeah, and that's also a bonus round. Yeah, where it turns into this okay, so it's a long stretch of buildings, and you move right and left, and there's a mini map, which I think is neat. The mini map kind of shows you where the things are going to fall out of, so you can kind of position yourself. And then, there's a bonus stage after you do that is very much like, I don't know if you've ever played, I'm sure everyone here is very familiar with Bouncing Babies, the DOS game. But
Oh, yeah.
which was a ripoff of Fire, the Game & Watch game, where you rescue babies. You're playing as firemen with a trampoline, and you're ferrying babies from a burning building to an ambulance. Earthworm Jim 2 did this.
Oh, yeah, with the puppies. If you drop one, they
Pete's puppies.
get fucking furious. And yeah, I remember that. Those levels were fucking rough.
I liked them because
Yeah.
I played Bouncing Babies when I was 6 years old, a lot. So it was perfect for me. I had training.
Oh, you ready for this? Your whole childhood.
Ready. Yeah, I've been training for years.
And really, that's the game. You just do that. Those two things.
That's it. I knew I was in trouble when it starts out with like Monday, like Paperboy style.
Yep.
Monday. Oh shit. Yeah, we're gonna do this at least 7 times. Yeah. It wasn't fun at all.
Yeah, because it was just like, all right, fuck it, let's try something else. Because that's all you do. So that's all there is to say about that game.
Yeah. It came out in 1994, which is, kind of late, honestly. Mm-hmm. It was developed by Argonaut Software, which is important to say because they were instrumental in designing the Super FX chip for the Super Nintendo and Star Fox. So it's very interesting that there is some kind of Ren and Stimpy, Star Fox DNA
Argonaut
kind of thing going
C-team.
on. Right? Yeah, right. So there we go. I would love to see Stimpy piloting an R-Wing.
All the Nicktoons on board, all the Starfighters.
Oh, dude, yeah, man, I would love that, and I wouldn't be surprised if it happened.
Get this guy off me, Doug.
Skeeter. There are apparently, I didn't know these things existed, like a Nicktoons kart racing game.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until I was watching a YouTube video talking about the Ren and Stimpy kart racer.
So that's a thing.
Yeah.
Also, a Nicktoons Major League Baseball crossover game. It's like, what? How do I not know about these games? Probably because they're really bad, is my guess.
Yeah.
But not like bad enough to be like well known, but just bad enough to be uninteresting.
To be like, nah.
Yeah, pass.
Moving on.
Also, there is a password save system in Fire Dogs that I absolutely have to mention because normally in a video game, they'll give you a password where it's like, okay, to get back to level 2, you input ZV493. But in this game, Fire Dogs, you dress up a log by Blammo as you give it different hair, you give it different eyes, you give it a different mouth, and that determines that's your password. Fun, I guess.
Yeah.
But like needlessly, I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
Overly complicated.
Yeah, totally. And pretty. They lean heavy on logs, y'all. Like, that is like a common theme in all these games. They're like, log, right? It's good for a girl or a boy.
Everybody loves logs.
Yeah, they're all over the fucking place.
It comes downstairs alone or in pairs.
So you can't escape log. It persists.
Neither can your neighbor's dog, apparently.
It's true.
Next, there was a Ren and Stimpy game I rented at least twice, which was Veediots.
That's on you, man. If you rented it twice.
It is.
Why did you rent it twice?
I wanted to beat that mouth level, and
That's
never
the first
did.
level.
I never did.
I didn't either.
I never beat it.
I didn't either.
Because it's also like you start off like, all right, this is the platform. This makes more sense than Fire Dogs.
This is a platformer, and it's more intuitive than Fire Dogs. Yeah.
But it's also like that first level where Stimpy is sort of after you, dressed up like a mouse. Ren is dressed up like a mouse.
Which is also based on a cartoon, which I do think is neat. You know,
they do.
They take episodes and make a level out of each episode. That's cool.
But then as far as we got is you get through this first level where you're the mouse in the house running away from Stimpy until Stimpy at the end of the level has like the mouse hole over his mouth.
Yeah,
and you go inside of him and shrink down, I guess.
Again, in the cartoon. So, I mean, it's like, it's not the video game's fault. It's just the translation is so weird to a video. You know what I mean? Like, it's already weird enough in the cartoon. It's like, this is bizarre. But when you add that like extra layer of obfuscation, it's like, what the is it supposed to be like this? Is this the same game? Because you do go inside of Stimpy's gigantic
with his hundreds and hundreds of teeth,
so many teeth,
open nerves and beavers and all sorts of stuff as you're trying to get back to his uvula to fight the beaver on his uvula.
On his tongue.
On his tongue?
Yeah,
okay.
The uvula is, you can spot it in the background for sure. But yeah, the beaver's riding the tongue. That's a sex joke.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then as you're trying to flee, which we never got past this part because there's open nerves everywhere while you're trying to flee.
Yeah, if you touch one.
Yeah. Stimpy closes his mouth and you die.
Yeah, instant death. Yeah. So I think
Apparently there are other levels. I didn't know that until I watched a playthrough.
Yeah, and they're based on other episodes.
And look boring as fuck, as if put all their money on this mouth level and then hope no one can get past it.
Yeah. The next level's in the army now, which is another Ren and Stimpy episode, and it doesn't look so bad, but like it rapidly decreases. I think there are like 4 levels in the game, so
Yeah.
not much to it, but it's hard.
Yeah.
I do think that this is out of the 4 games. I think that Veediots is the best of the 4.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
It's a weird low bar.
It is sad. Yeah, it is. Yeah, don't get it twisted. It's a bad game.
Yeah.
It is a bad game. But out of the 4, it's the best.
Yeah.
This is a depressing lot of
It's
games.
like, yeah, I guess Goebbels was the best Nazi. I don't know.
Did you rent any of the other 2?
I had not. I had never played the other 2 because I think you played Time Warp after that.
Time Warp is...
And I saw some real rage come over you.
Time Warp's bad. Time Warp is one of the worst Super Nintendo games I've played.
Yep.
I don't think it's as bad as Street Hockey 95. I don't think it's as bad as Eek the Cat. But I don't... Cool World might be better.
Okay.
Cool World might... Yeah, I think I'd rather play Cool World. Cool World's better.
Bebe's Kids?
Bebe's Kids is... I'd say it's probably right there with Bebe's
It's
Kids.
on par?
Yeah. Because it's like if you were to... No, it's worse than Bebe's Kids.
Yeah.
I
We played through several levels of Bebe's Kids.
Yeah, dude, Time Warp is in that category of never want to play it again. Seriously.
Yeah.
Never want to play it again. Which is like Street Hockey 95.
Because it's sort of like a beat 'em up almost.
I was super excited at first because I was like, oh my God, is this a beat 'em up?
I guess rage, like Ren full of rage slapping people would make sense. Okay. You could sort of connect those dots for a beat 'em up.
And it is like a side scrolling, like belt scroller, like Double Dragon style. You can move forward and into the background and so forth. But yeah, the problem is it controls horribly.
Yep.
It's so confusing because it's like you can move things around, like trash cans around to jump on, like to get to higher platforms. And it's like, that's fun, I guess. But it's like, everything feels janky. The controls feel so bad that it always, no matter what you're doing, even if it's the right thing, it feels like you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's a big problem. It is. And like, okay, so like the first fucking bit, like you're trying to leave your Ren's trailer and you had to like hit fences to like break through. And it's like, if you hit the fence, there's a sweet spot where it's like, if you hit it, you break the fence. Anywhere else you hit it, the fence comes back and hits you. And then the game trolls you and it's like, hit here, and you hit there. And it's like, no, that was wrong. And it's like, that's fine if it is precise, but it's not precise at all because it's like, I don't know where I'm hitting on this fence because it is going in a completely different direction than I am facing. So it's just like, I don't know. It all felt luck-based and just really bad.
Yeah. Watching you fight that weird happy,
the happy
dinosaur Stimpy.
Yeah.
Like, because you have the weakest slap out of it makes it where it's like almost not a beat 'em up because your slap is so weak.
Yeah. You get infinite slaps.
Yeah. The angry video game nerd, a part when he was talking about this game was there's like this bulldog that jumps around and he sat there and showed you how long it takes for you to slap and defeat it. And it's
a long time.
Yeah. It's like 30 hits.
It's a long time.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a long time. Yeah, it's a very, very bad game.
THQ made that one, I believe.
THQ published all of these. I think that's important to say. They published all of them. They didn't develop all of them. I think Sculptured Software did Time Warp.
Okay.
Yeah, Sculptured Software did Time Warp. This is also 1994. Gray Matter, they developed Veediots.
But after that, there's not a whole bunch more to say about it because there are more levels in this game, I guess.
And
it's
they
more
are varied. Yeah, because there is like, I got to a bonus stage called...
Because I never got to them. I don't know.
I got to a bonus stage called Log Invaders. Log's back.
Wonderful.
In Space Invaders form.
Oh, yeah, because I remember, just Space Invaders with logs instead of meteors.
So there's that. Yeah, and then asteroids. There's a log asteroids level. So, yeah, I mean, there's that. And then there's like a first-person segment where you're like flying through space. It's just really, it's bad. It's a very bad game. It is like all of these games are cash grabs, but like this one felt like the biggest cash grab to me out of all of them.
And then Buckaroos, which I fell asleep before I saw you play Buckaroos.
Buckaroos, I think, was also a bad game. Yeah. Also a bad game. I did make it to the second level of Buckaroos.
Hey now, okay.
So like Buckaroos goes back to where Veediots does. Not Veediots. Time Warp is totally this like, okay, well, we're going to take elements from Ren and Stimpy and just fucking throw them together in a game, which is different than the other ones, because the other ones are very like, okay, we're doing a specific episode. Each level is an episode or one whole game if you're Fire Dogs. So Buckaroos goes back to that formula where it's like, okay, the first level is the Robin Hook episode as a level where you're going through as Ren, who is now Robin Hood, and he is doing Robin Hood stuff, shooting chickens from his bow, shooting plungers from his bow, that kind of stuff. And then after that, you finish. But what's horrible? Okay, so it's not a horrible game, but what makes it bad, it goes from like mediocre to bad, is the level design is all over the place. Like the level design reminds me of Home Improvement.
And I do believe the same people made both those games.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I know there was one game that Home Improvement, but they've made several other bad games. The creators of Wayne's World made another one of the Ren and Stimpy quadrilogy.
All right, Absolute Entertainment. I need to know this because I hate that Home Improvement game so much. And this came out in 1995 too. There's no excuse.
No excuse.
There's no excuse. All right, let's see. What did Absolute Entertainment do? Oh God, that's right. Guess who founded it? We covered this.
Who?
Gary Kitchen.
Ah,
Gary Kitchen.
Gary Kitchen.
Gary Kitchen did it.
Yeah, one of them, I forget which one. Yeah, Absolute Entertainment.
Power Tool Pursuit. It was published by Absolute Entertainment. It was developed by Imagineering.
Designer on Wikipedia, it's Dan Kitchen.
David Crane of A Boy and His Blob fame. How did we not talk about that when we covered Home Improvement Tool Pursuit? Yeah, Power Tool Pursuit. That's a bad game. Okay.
Yeah, so that tells you how bad Buckaroos is as well. So take the same formula for Home Improvement, but use Ren and Stimpy instead of Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Which I think is better, honestly. Like, I mean, I think Home Improvement looked horrible. And
you think walking around the dinosaur environments with Benford power chainsaws and shit?
No, it's the worst. Home Improvement is worse than Buckaroos. Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
So yeah, they're all bad games.
They're horrible,
and I'm glad we're done with them.
And I didn't do a lot of research on them because they're horrible.
They're real bad.
And
they're real bad.
No one gives a shit.
No
one gives a shit about these games.
They're real bad.
They're real bad. How much do you think
did
these
anybody
games
pop
are?
in on your stream and say, "Oh man, Fire Dogs, this is my favorite game"?
No, but Drex says he thinks he owns a boxed copy of it.
He stole from a Blockbuster video.
And then a few people said, yeah, I used to rent this, or I rented this once. I rented this once.
Yep.
Yeah,
I love Ren and Stimpy. Let's play a game.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's what these games are all rental games. Like, for sure. Like, like, even if you are a big Ren and Stimpy fan, you can, if you really buckle down and grit your teeth and you're like, I love Ren and Stimpy so much that I'm just going to beat this game, you can do it in like a night.
Yeah.
If you really buckle down, you can beat these games probably.
A guy on the internet said the Game Gear one was the best one.
Yeah. I love the Game Boy Ren and Stimpy game, Space Cadets.
It looked impressive. Looked very impressive.
I loved it as a kid. I'm sure it doesn't hold up, but I loved it as a kid. So yeah, those are Ren and Stimpy games.
Yep.
Never want to think about them again.
Yeah.
And I probably will never remember them.
Yeah.
They're very forgettable games, except for Time Warp. Time Warp is so bad that I will remember it. It really is. Like if I were to put together an impromptu top bottom 10 Super Nintendo games.
It's on there.
It is on there. Yeah, it is on there with Home Improvement. It's on there with Street Hockey 95. Yeah, it's on there. Very bad.
Hell yeah.
Very bad game.
So none of these deserve to be on IGN's top 100 Super Nintendo games.
No.
Not a one of them. Not even Fire Dogs.
Not even Fire Dogs. No, not even Fire Dogs.
All right then.
I want to know what you think these games go for. Do you want to start? Let's start from the top.
Okay.
Fire Dogs. How much do you think Fire Dogs goes for?
See, I bet lots of these were made. Rental people brought them up. I bet they're not. I know they're not like rare and expensive. So I'm gonna say like $8.
All right.
I'm gonna say like $8 across the board.
You want to do $8 across the board?
Yeah.
All right. Actual retail value of Fire Dogs on average, loose for the Super Nintendo on pricecharting.com at the time of this recording is $25.
Shit. Okay, more rare than I thought.
$25. I don't know if it's rarity. What it might be, this is just a guess. It might be collectors who are not just video game collectors, but animation collectors.
Oh, trying to buy up all the. Okay.
Just a guess. I don't know.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
If you want to know how much Drex's boxed copy of Fire Dogs is, on average $99.92. Let's go with the worst of them, of the four. Time Warp.
Time Warp.
Loose on average, $17.90.
Okay. All right.
You say that like that's okay.
It's better than $25.
It is. No, I agree. But it's like, dude, I looked these prices up and it was like, what the fuck, man? Seriously, these are so bad.
Yep.
And like,
I can see it being Ren and Stimpy collectors. You're
yeah,
right. You're right.
Usually I'm like, is it worth it? And if it's like $4 or $5, it's like, yeah, sure, okay, whatever. But like $17, I don't know, man.
But you're gonna buy it, aren't you?
I mean, eventually, hopefully I can get it in a lot real cheap, but probably that's not the case. Veediots, the one that I think is the best out of the four, loose on average is $7.80. So there's it.
All
That's in
right.
your $8 range for sure. And then lastly, Buckaroos. Buckaroos. Loose on average, according to pricecharting.com, is $89.95.
Holy shit.
That one has to be rare. That one has to be a
came out
combination
late,
of
and then it's Super Nintendo life cycle. All the others were really bad. Yeah.
Complete Buckaroos, $507.50.
Oh God.
There you go.
Man.
Tyler, do you have any achievements for these games?
I would not have expected you had to pay like over $100 if you want to get all the Ren and Stimpy games.
Man, I got to tell you what, I have a real hard decision to make at the end of this year. Do I buy a PlayStation 5 or do I get a box copy of Buckaroos? It can be one or the other.
One or the
I just
other.
don't know which one.
Yep.
I haven't made up my mind yet.
One is only going to go up in value.
Well, I mean, you actually do have a. That's probably not the case.
In like 5 more years, you'll be able to get a PS5 pretty cheap. But that Buckaroos is, nah.
I mean, look, that SNES bubble is gonna pop.
Do you want to
right?
be happy now or happy basically never?
Well, I'm already happy never. Let's fucking double down. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
do you have any achievements for this game?
No.
These games. Sorry, these games.
Shut the fuck up, step on a nerve, and have Stimpy shut his mouth.
All right, that's fair. I have a couple that came in from the stream chat. Thank you to everybody. I got a lot of them, so I was able to only whittle it down to 5. I really appreciate it. I didn't expect that there were going to be that many achievements. First achievement that I've got coming in from Nate from Utah is you Veediots, Stimpy. In order to unlock you Veediots, Stimpy, go to a public place instead of staying inside watching Dave stream. So thank you, Nate. First time caller. Next achievement comes from Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins. On second thought, let's not do the time warp again. in order to unlock. On second
Really
thought,
good.
let's not do the time warp again. You fail to get past the first level in the Ren and Stimpy show, time warp. Next
And
achievement.
murder meatloaf.
Next achievement. You know what would have made, I mean, look, I like Rocky Horror Picture Show, but you know what would have made it better? Steve Martin.
Yeah, you're right.
Steve Martin.
Was Steve Martin and Tim Curry ever in a movie together?
Hey, Siri. Okay. Was Steve Martin and Tim Curry ever in a movie together?
Here are some of their movies. Oh, The Big Year.
That's not what I asked. Yeah, I know that those are movies that have either Steve Martin or Tim Curry.
I want the middle of the Venn diagram.
I need the Venn. Siri, show me a Venn diagram of movies starring Steve Martin and Tim Curry.
Here are 3 movies with Steve Martin.
All right.
and Jerry.
Steve Martin and Jim. Who's Jim?
You know, Jim Curry.
Jim from The Office? Jim Belushi? All right. Anyway, sorry, we don't have the answer to that question. Next achievement I have comes in from Nick P7186, and that is, no, sir, I don't like it. In order to unlock, no, sir, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want your life.
If James Van Der Beek was a horse, it'd be pretty good.
Actually, I would love to watch a movie just titled If James Van Der Beek Was a Horse.
Just sitting in a horse in any scene he's in any show or movie.
Danny Elfman has to score it.
A horse just licking whipped cream off a girl.
Wait, is this like a Mr.
No, I'll
Ed?
find that movie. Hold on.
Is this a Mr. Ed remake where James Van Der Beek voices him?
Yeah. We had to put peanut butter in his mouth
Yeah.
like Mr. Ed. So
Can Rick Moranis be Wilbur?
fuck yes, man. Now we have it.
I loved me some Mr. Ed as a kid. I'm not gonna lie.
Steve Martin auditioned for the role of Brad Majors in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, wow.
And they went with Barry Bostwick.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's wild.
Weird, wild stuff.
Were they in any movies together? Did you find out?
Not that I can
No?
find.
Okay. But they almost
I guess
were.
it's not too late. So let's,
Yeah, let's make it happen. Were they ever in a master class together?
that I want to see. The comedic timing masterclass with Steve Martin and Tim Curry.
No, sir, I don't like it. In order to unlock No, sir, I don't like it, play any Ren and Stimpy game on the Super Nintendo. Apt. Next achievement. This is a pair. I have a pair here. A couple.
Okay.
A couple.
I was like, this is a Ren and Stimpy gag where this is a pear. It's a fruit.
It's the worst fruit.
I have it here.
Yeah.
You don't like pears?
Pears suck, dude.
Oh,
Are you
dude,
fucking
I
shitting me?
love a good pear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fuck.
Dude,
yeah,
I
love
thought we were
pears.
pineapple bros. Now all of a sudden you're like, also I like pears.
Pineapple, number 1. Blood orange, number 2.
Yeah.
Pear, probably number 3.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
No way. You just want to be different.
I love pears. You go
You're
back.
a fruit
you go back.
contrarian and you know it. I like pears before they were cool. Tyler Holland, the pear hipster.
The pear hipster. I'm even pear shaped. Come on.
Pears suck, man. Every pear, I've never had a pear and been like, God damn it! I wish this was a pear, not an apple.
See, I don't love apples.
Oh, I like apples a lot. They're crisp, man. A pear is like a mealy apple.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. God, fuck that.
A red delicious is like a mealy apple.
Yeah, but even a red delicious is better than a pear, dude.
I like a very ripe pear that's just like soft. I think it's wonderful.
Oh, well, maybe I've not had a good soft pear.
Yeah, no, I don't like a hard pear. It's gotta be a very soft pear. Yeah.
All right. Well, next time I go to the grocery store, I'll be like, one very soft pear,
Very
please.
soft pear. Pretend I don't have any teeth. What pear would you sell to a very old man with no teeth?
Why, this one, sir.
Give me that man's pear.
We've been saving it. It's very expensive. And then I'm like, thank you. Did you know that Steve Martin auditioned for Brad Majors? Sir, take the pear and leave, please. I'm going to eat it here. Is that fine?
Your finest dry aged pear.
These next two achievements.
Take a regular pear, leave it in the back for a while. I'll wait.
not to throw shade on these next 2 achievements, but usually I try to keep them to 3. I did 5 because these 2 came in independently of each other and they pair so well together that I had to like point it out and be like, okay, you guys, this is good. First achievement, Nice Beaver. In order to unlock Nice Beaver, collect the beaver and fire dogs and chew through the walls. That's coming in from Cthusiast Jeff. Next achievement, Nice Cock, bro. In order to unlock Nice Cock, bro, reach the second stage of Ren and Stimpy Buckaroos, where you're now riding a chicken for some reason. That's coming in from Nathan Eaton.
Wonderful.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I love you.
I love you.
And I learned that you really like pears, and the best pear to eat is the softest pear.
Soft pear.
So now with that newfound knowledge, I can try a pear once again and see what I think of it.
A good soft pear, yeah.
A good soft pear.
You ever had pear sauce?
I've had pear sauce.
I love pear sauce.
Pear sauce better than pears.
It's easier to find a good pear sauce than a good pear.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. What about a pear pie?
I never had one, but I eat a pear pie.
There you go. I've had a pear pie, and I remember saying, "Is this a pear pie?" Because I did not know that it was a pear pie before I was eating it, and then I knew. Have you ever had a pineapple pie? Is that a thing? That sounds real good. Let's do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Let's do that. Good. Can we pitch at the McDonald's? Hi, we're TADPOG. Make a pineapple pie.
Do you want us to put hot sauce on it? Whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Keep it on
please.
brand. Do our bidding, McDonald's.
Dude, I have been, speaking of hot sauce, I've been tearing through that Hot Ones XXX.
Oh, yeah?
That hot sauce is so fucking good. I have been putting it on, like, I had it on pizza today, like a Supreme pizza, and it was perfect because it's like, I put a lot on there, but I guess that, like, grease and fat in that Supreme pizza just, like, soaked it all up. So it was just like, this is very good and, like, not overpowering.
I had my Fire Bee honey on a pepperoni pizza today, and that was good.
Yes?
Yeah.
I need to try that. I don't think I've tried that yet.
I just need to bring it home. It's at work.
You've mentioned it several times. I really want to try it. How is that on, like, chicken tenders?
Oh, I bet it'd be wonderful.
Yeah. All right. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
And once again, I love you.
I love you. Once again.
If you were to give these games, or would you like to give each game individually a beard?
I can do it all collectively.
Okay, all right, okay.
They're all approximately the same quality. I can give it all one big
That's
beard.
fair. And they were all published by THQ, so there we go. If you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
I would give it the tiger claw / face skin beard of Carol Baskin's husband.
Wait, which husband?
The one she murdered.
Well, allegedly. Not even allegedly.
Everyone's just saying that bitch Carol Baskin murdered her husband.
Hold on, back it up. We are definitely not saying that she murdered her husband.
Allegedly. Joe Exotic claims Carol Baskin murdered her husband.
A court of law does not allege.
And if she had, he would have a flapping skin beard from the tiger's claws.
You know, I heard a rumor that Carol Baskin's first husband is, in fact, Vega from Street Fighter 2. He's good at climbing cages.
It's true.
Wears a mask.
Well, if he was that good, he would have escaped.
No one's that good. You can only climb so many fences.
He would have climbed that fence, jumped off, and power slammed Carol Baskin if he was Vega. and did the whole lot.
And that's what they called making love in that house. I'm going to power slam you, Carol Baskin.
Carol, but get my claw in my mask.
Man, I got a sweet ass tiger dress in Animal Crossing, and you bet your ass I wear it. It's got a tiger face airbrushed on the front.
Sweet.
Tiger stripes on the back.
Oh, man, you got to wear that to make laws.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I love that beard.
Thank you.
If you were to give this game a pair of glasses, that sums up how you feel about it. What kind of glasses would it be?
The fallen from grace legend of John Kay's horn rim glasses.
Yeah, man. I don't like that. You know, I don't like when a bespectacled person.
He's almost as bad as these games.
Ooh.
No, he's worse. He's worse in these games. But these games are pretty close.
But he's not as bad as a pear. Man, I hate it when a bespectacled person, like especially one with prominent spectacles,
Yep.
performs an atrocity. It's always like, dude, don't, please. You're like,
Damn it, the bespectacled people, you set us back.
You really have. You really have. You make me want to wear contacts, which, God, I don't want to go back to contacts. I own a pair now.
Mako Energy's back in, bro.
Mako.
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 Hate it. Hate that.
Mako Energy.
Mako Energy.
Yeah. Still playing that remake.
Yeah, you loving it?
It's still good.
Yeah.
It is still good.
Sweet.
But I do love Animal Crossing more. I do love me some Animal Crossing. That is a good ass game.
I'm enjoying the shit out of Borderlands 3.
I'm glad to hear that, man.
Like, I wish I could play it more, but I'm going to have to do a lot of work at home.
Sure.
But, man, I was playing it the other day. I finished, they're doing, like, now through, like, June 5th, they're doing a Miami Vice sort of drug lord sort of mission that's open. Like, I finished it. I was like, fuck, man, that was really fun. Like, I haven't sat and played a modern game that I was just like, holy shit, that was fun in quite some time.
Good. I'm really glad to hear that. Are you playing multiplayer at all, or
Nope.
just all single player?
All single player.
Cool.
I met up with Grim once, and he gave me a bunch of money.
Yeah. Did you guys?
He's like, I finished buying everything. Here's 1.5 million. Oh, I meant to give you 11 million. 11.5 million. Sorry. Like, well,
What?
this is quite a bit. I'm good.
What? Grim being generous?
I know,
what?
right?
That's unheard of.
It's like, I've spent everything I want to spend money on. Here, take it.
Have you hacked a weapon vending machine yet?
No.
Like we did in Borderlands 2? That ruined the game.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I did that till we got max iridium and max out all your stats
Yeah.
and shit.
And it's
Yeah.
like, that's not fun anymore.
Yeah, the slot machines don't work quite the same in Borderlands 3.
All right, good. I'm glad they addressed it. Do they have any? Did you run any mods or anything like that? Can you get like Ric Flair in there?
There's
or-
no way I could run a mod on Borderlands 3 on my computer.
Just curious. I'm glad you're having fun with it.
Yeah, very much. Thank you, Graham, for giving me Borderlands 3.
The classes are all different and stuff, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Cool.
Well, almost all different. I always play the Siren. 1, 2, and 3, I play as the Siren.
Okay.
Although they have a Beastmaster.
Cool.
In this when I was very tempted to play as the
Yeah.
Beastmaster.
You played a lot of Beastmaster in Final Fantasy XI.
Beastmaster
That
was
makes
so much
sense.
fun in 11. Like, you don't want to fuck with anybody, take up fish and can take up Beastmaster. You can play that MMO by yourself.
Yeah. I do wish that there was a Beastmaster class in Final Fantasy XIV. And I really, truly wish that Blue Mage was a real class in Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, it's not?
It's a class. It's a job, but it is a solo job. Like, it is designed for you to like. This is a fun mini game. It's not a real job. It is a job, but it is also not a job.
No one's playing that in multiplayer.
No, and it's not designed for it. And they also, the level cap on it is way lower than like the real level cap.
That's fucking
and,
stupid.
Yeah, it sucks. It really feels like, oh, okay, why did you do this?
Yeah.
So anyway, just make it less powerful.
Yeah.
Just make it a less powerful job where you
That
learn
everyone can play
abilities from
together.
monsters.
Yep.
That's all I want.
Fantasy 11 did it right.
Final Fantasy XI did do it right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, like in Final Fantasy XI, it was a powerful job because
Mm-hmm.
I remember like Blue Mage Dancer combo, like that was a semi-viable soloing up
Yep.
into like your 30s, right, or maybe even 40,
Yeah.
potentially, which is a big deal in that game. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is let's play Final Fantasy XI again. Let's get back into it.
God, Millard loved that so much.
Yeah, me and Miller get playing again. We'll do a Final Fantasy XI podcast. That way we can justify it financially and to our loved ones. Let's do it.
It's for a podcast that we listen to while we're playing Final Fantasy 11.
Yeah, it's a podcast for, a handful of people. a select audience of Ren and Stimpy fans. Ren and Stimpy MMO win.
All right.
THQ, you cowards. These games weren't rated very well.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm looking through the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry via Master Mold Mike. By the way, we're recording this on Master Mold Mike's birthday. Happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday.
The lowest rated is Time Warp, believe it or not, at 1.5 stars.
Huh.
And then Buckaroos at 1.5 stars. And then Fire Dogs and Veediots both at 2 stars.
Little high.
Little high. Yeah.
I'd roll back those each half a star or 1 star.
Yeah. For sure. I roll Time Warp back half a star or 1.5 stars.
Yeah.
It's a very bad game.
Yep.
But anyway, do you have any closing thoughts on the games? Or?
No, just bad.
All right.
Yep.
I have some questions.
All right. Let's do it. Do it to it.
These coming in from Prime Inquisitor across the pond in the Isle of Albion, our very own Ross Rachel Green.
Hell yeah.
His quiz is entitled Fuck on Board.
All right.
I didn't do it with a British accent because I can't yell in a British accent.
Thick.
Nailed it. That's Scottish, I feel like.
Yeah,
you want to take
you're
another
right.
go?
No.
No, that's good. I'm not even going to try, so it's fine. There was a time when I wanted nothing more than to spend some time at home doing boring home stuff like sorting cables and making sure the doors fit in the frames properly. But now I have done all of that.
You're so fucking British, Ross. It hurts.
I was about to say, I do not do that shit. I don't sort. I did technically sort cables out this weekend.
In my last house, I had doors that just drag the fucking floor. I hate fucking fitting
Doors suck.
fitting in new doors to old.
Just take them all out.
It's awful.
Who needs doors?
Just
Open floor plan.
Beaded curtains. It's fine.
Yes, right. Welcome to my home and head shop.
I'm Agent 99.
Nice. But now that Ross has done all of that, he's just fucking bored. It's like toddlers that only want something when someone else has it. Now I am told I can't go out. It's all I want to do. I am looking forward to going back to the UK when all of this is blown over and seeing my family. So that's something. On the plus side, the local / only big DIY store reopens tomorrow. So I am going to buy loft flooring and insulation. That'll keep me entertained, probably. Ross, just play some video games, dude. Just play some video games.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine. Just play some video games. I don't know that it's going to be
I talked
fine.
about getting with Ross and playing some D&D, but my work has been very hectic lately. If that slows down, then I'll get in touch with Ross.
There you go. Are you ready to begin this quiz?
Let's do it.
First question. This game prevented a young Dave from enjoying the scenery of Wales through a train window. That would be Super Mario Land 2.
6 golden coins.
6 golden coins. Yeah.
All right.
I remember playing that very much on the train while I should have been enjoying a life-changing experience instead of playing that video game on my Game Boy and fantasizing about making out with the girls on the bus. It is, in fact, what episode number do you think that was? Sorry.
212.
It is, in fact, Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins, episode 448.
Wow.
Yeah. That was a late one, I guess. Next question. This platforming puzzle game features 64 levels and had a port called Zapang for the PC Engine. I know the answer.
Okay, go for
It
it.
is Super Buster Brothers.
Ah, nice.
Zapang, energy drink or RPG spell? What episode number do you
It's the
think?
Japanese version of the Honeymooners.
Zapang. I wish I knew.
Zapang Kasumi, right to Lunar.
All right. Well done. I like it.
What episode?
What episode number do you think it was?
456.
456. Super Buster Brothers locking it in. It was 452. Solomon's Key, apparently.
Oh, shit.
Oops. Sorry. Oops. That one's Zapang. My bad. It is a spell, as it turns out.
Solomon's Key's fun, but fucking hard.
Solomon's Key is very hard, yeah. Ugh. Sorry, I beefed that one real hard. I was very confident as well.
You beefed that key.
I did. I beefed it. I thundered that beef.
Thunder beef.
Next question. This game had a notoriously difficult underwater level with electric seaweed.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, for the NES. What episode number?
456.
456. TMNT. Locking it in. 457. Wow. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES. Next question. In this game, you travel back in time to stop an alien invasion.
Travel back in time to stop an alien invasion.
Super Buster Brothers.
What's one of those bullshit time cop games we played? Time Tracks?
We did play Time Tracks.
Do you go back in time to stop a criminal, not an alien invasion?
Yeah, it wasn't an alien invasion. It was definitely I don't know, not Time Tracks.
Shit. Travel back in time to stop an alien invasion. Bart versus the Space Mutants?
Does he travel back in time,
I don't
though?
think he does.
He definitely tries to stop an alien invasion.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned Bart versus the Space Mutants because some of these Ren and Stimpy games definitely gave off Bart versus game vibes.
Yep.
And also Beavis and Butthead video game vibes.
I'm looking forward to drawing Bart's Nightmare out of the randomizer.
Or what is it? Krusty's Funhouse?
God, Krusty's Funhouse, the Lemmings clone.
That's okay. That's not the mini game one. There's
No.
one. Is that Virtual Bart? That's the mini game collection.
I think, Bart's Nightmare is every page is a different game.
Okay, that's the one I'm
Yeah.
thinking of then. Okay. Yeah, we haven't yet done a Simpsons Super Nintendo
I
game
know.
yet. Are we going to do all of those at once?
We probably should.
Fuck.
We probably should, because they're all bad as
They're
well.
all bad, yeah. I'll take your word for it. I believe you.
I feel like Simpsons Hit and Run is like the only, and the arcade game are the only, the arcade game is the only good one,
Yeah.
and the only, other than that, the only okay one is Hit and Run.
I was about to say, I watched Drex play Hit and Run, and it looked okay at best, yeah. In this game, you travel back in time to stop an alien invasion. Flashback?
Sure.
Flashback?
That's way earlier than
That is
4,
way earlier, though.
56,
You're right.
57,
What's after
though.
457?
Man, I really don't have any clue.
Me neither. Prehistoric Man.
Prehistoric Man.
Locking it in. It is 492 Into the Breach, which is
What?
Into the Breach. It's the episode I did with Jacob.
That's why I don't. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like
Now I remember.
it's a
Okay.
good game, despite me
I
not
listened to the
having
episode.
remembered it at all. Next question. This was the first video game based on this comic book character.
Prehistoric Man.
Prehistoric Man.
First video game based on this comic book character. So something for the Super Nintendo. Probably.
It's definitely not Batman Forever.
Nope.
So we can cross that off the list.
Have we played the Spider? No, there's another one besides Maximum Carnage where you're
Separation.
Spider-Man or Venom. Yeah,
Separation Anxiety.
So that could have been Venom's first video game, but
Yeah.
we haven't done that yet. First for this comic book character.
Quail Man?
Quail Man. See, it's not Wolverine.
No.
It's not Booger Man.
No.
Donut County for the raccoons. This is the other game that I wasn't on.
This is a hard quiz.
Yeah.
This is a hard quiz. I have no idea.
I don't either.
I have none.
Prehistoric Man.
Yeah. War of the Gems is like the only thing I can think of. But I
Okay.
mean, it's like
Thanos, I guess.
Thanos or I don't know. Captain America has been in games before that.
I say War of the Gems. A good,
War of the
it's
Gems.
the best guess.
Locking it in. It is, in fact, 498. Todd McFarlane's Spawn, the video game.
Forgot about Spawn.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Didn't make it very far in Spawn.
Nope.
It's a hard game.
It's a hard game. Next question. I am sure you called this the worst game or racing game on the Super Nintendo.
Power
Rangers Zeo?
Yeah.
What episode number do you think that was?
What was Spawn?
Spawn was 498.
505.
505, Power Ranger Zero, locking it in. Zeo.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't 50 games ago. Like 540.
540, Power Ranger Zeo, locking it in. It is, 517, Road Riot 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
a
that is the
a
worst.
worse game.
Yeah.
Also, probably worse than, I don't know. It's probably right on par with Ren and Stimpy Time Warp.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I think I could play Road Riot 4-wheel drive longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I could endure it longer than Time Warp. Time Warp is just so janky and unappealing.
Yep.
Next question. This game, based on a film, is like a Contra clone if someone only vaguely described what Contra was like. Is that Terminator?
I would say Terminator, yes.
What episode number do you think that was?
526.
526 Terminator, locking it in. It is 520 The Terminator.
All right.
All right. Phew, back on track. Next question. In this so-called action RPG, you play as an uncle looking for his kidnapped nephew.
The man from Uncle.
The man from Uncle.
An uncle looking for his nephew.
That's the Full House RPG, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where Uncle Jesse looks for his not his sister-in-law's, no, not his brother-in-law's kids, but his sister's actual other kids.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. There were no boys in that house. Did you know that?
Damn.
Yeah, just men. It's a house for men.
Perfect. Love it.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Fullest House.
Yeah, so full. Too full, too furious. It's the one where Michelle steals VCRs.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, real fast.
Man, an uncle looks for his nephew.
It's a so-called action RPG.
DuckTales.
Woo!
Action RPG. Shit, I don't know this one either,
This
man.
is hard.
Yeah.
This quiz hard. And they're all recent games that we've done.
That's why.
too.
It's all bad shit we don't care about.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so what is a so-called action RPG that we've played recently?
Micro Machines.
Merlin and like the Knights of
Battle
Justice.
Blades.
Like are the only but that's not an uncle.
Gemfire.
God damn it. This
Fire Striker.
Super Battleship.
Super Battleship. Family Feud.
Power Ranger Zeo. I don't know. I have no
I don't know.
idea.
Prehistoric Man.
Prehistoric Man. Locking it in. It is 526. Adam's Family Values. Uncle Fester. These are
Forgot we fucking did that
me
game.
too. And these are very well done questions. Right, yeah.
He's so bored. He's really putting his time in on them.
Next question. This game features rotoscoped characters and had a strict time limit. Ren and Stimpy, Fire Dogs.
Is that Prince of Persia?
Prince of Persia, yeah. That's got to be it. What episode number do you think it is?
547.
538. Prince of Persia. Well done, Tyler. Next question. This game features multiple variations of itself and can be played by up to 8 people at once.
Shh. Revolution X.
No, Micro Machines.
Micro Machines. Okay.
It could be the multi-tap or doing it on 2 controllers. You could have 4 people
All right.
playing.
Micro Machines.
But that's not right. It's not 8
8
people.
people.
That's not right at all.
What's Super Nintendo game you played by 8 people?
Bomberman. No, not even Bomberman.
Yeah.
I think it's Micro Machines, but I think the numbers are off.
All right.
Because I think the logic there is if 2 people can play per controller and you have a multi-tap with 4, 2 times 4 is 8.
Okay.
But the game caps out at 4.
Micro Machines, but Ross is wrong.
Right. Micro Machines, but Ross is wrong. What episode number was that? 550?
551.
5? What was, no, that was Power Moves. 554.
554.
Micro Machines, logging it in. It is 540 championship pool.
Oh, because you can do a tournament.
Oh my fucking God, that quiz. Oh my God, that quiz. Hard quiz. Hard
Yeah,
quiz,
it's
Ross.
extremely hard quiz.
Ross. And we have a last question. Someone you know, but aren't particularly close to, is selling their games collection. He wants $1,000 for all of it. You know it's worth more than this, but the lot contains several items you already have, which you know will be awkward to sell on, and he only wants to sell it as one lot. Do you, A, buy the lot anyway, and slowly sell and trade your way through the duplicates, or B, skip buying them because you don't want all the hassle?
I mean, if it's a guy you know and that's what he wants, he's only being a bundle, that's his choice then. I mean, yeah, buy him for $1,000 then. Sell him.
I am going to skip buying it because I'm not going to drop $1,000 on a lot.
Yeah.
It ain't going to fucking happen. I can't justify that shit. That's like buying a boxed copy of Ren and Stimpy Fire Dogs. I can't be like, sweetie, I just spent $1,000 on video games I already own. All right. She says it's cool.
Do you really like them?
No.
No, they're the worst.
They're pretty bad.
Like, I will never play them ever again.
I may never play them to begin with.
So it'll stay sealed because I don't want to play them.
How many games did you get? 2 sealed copies of Ren and Stimpy's Fire Dogs. Actually, that's not true. That's just the complete unbox price. I'm sorry. No.
Yeah.
And also, I want to go back because last episode we did a quiz from Ross, and there was a little bit of extra. There's a little bit of a tail that I didn't see. So I'd like to do that now if you're cool with that.
Yeah. I know my answer.
This is from his quiz, Kick, Punch, It's All in the Mind. And unfortunately, since I've already completed the quiz on Google Forms, I'm not able to read it there, but I believe he posted it in Facebook as well.
Yeah.
So give me a minute.
I can tell you what it was.
Tell me what it was.
You're going down the road, you find a wallet. Wallet has $50 in it.
Okay.
Like right after that, you find a tableside stand where he's selling video games, and he has a copy of Earthbound for $50. What do?
This is very similar to the old lady yard sale.
Yeah. So I use the $50, buy Earthbound, and then before you return the wallet, put the $50 back.
So you don't have any money. You just you.
Yeah, assuming they only take cash. I do never carry cash.
Okay. So you don't have any money. You have, but man, what kind of Earthbound shop is this?
I don't know. Like the hint stand in Earthbound. It's kind of a hidden table where they're just selling $50 copies.
It's like Lucy from Peanuts, a nickel, psychology.
Plus, even Earthbound loose is very expensive. So if they're parting with it, sure. All right, I'll give that guy money back. It's fine.
It's a pretty good answer.
The other was like, no, just go return the wallet, or take the money, burn the wallet. The fool shouldn't have lost his wallet in the first place, or
man, we're not going to do that.
Bunch of shit. So
I like your answer. I'm going to go with that because it sounds pretty great. Yeah, use the money in the wallet to buy the game.
Everybody gets what they want.
Yeah, replace the money, send the wallet back. You're good to go.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Everyone wins. You get the game. The person selling the game sells the game for the amount they wanted to sell it for, and the guy who lost his wallet gets his wallet back
right, with the money
everything in there.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Great answer.
Yep.
I'm glad you solved it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
It's no problem. I think that's all we got, though.
That's it. That's a show, I think.
All right. So before we start closing it out, I'm going to go over here in this corner and pick up this foam batter up gifted us by Bovine Bear Matt Cowan.
Okay.
Put my head on this.
Put your head on that.
Put my head on it. Put the other end on the ground.
Put your head on baseball
Put your head
bat.
on bat. Start turning around in random direction so my no-no hole is completely pointed wherever. Say the prayer to the randomizer we all love to say. Beep-doop, boop-doop, beep-doop, boop-doop, beep-doop, boop-doop, beep-doop, boop-doop, boop, boop, boop. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
99.
Damn.
I have a hint.
Uh-huh.
It was one of the answers on Ross's quiz on this episode.
Oh, so we played it.
Championship pool.
Ah.
Would you care to pray again? Or do we get to choose what game we talk about next? Is that how it works?
That'd be fun, too.
Next episode, Borderlands 3.
If the randomizer's going to fuck up, we just get to pick.
That is kind of a fun element. We'll never get through the Super Nintendo list, though.
Yeah. Well, it has to be another Super Nintendo game.
Interesting. So we could take this opportunity and be like, fuck it, we're going to knock out the Madden series.
We could.
We're just going to do it.
Or talk about that fun Super Scope 6 game.
Or talk about the Super Scope 6 game.
Or the Simpsons games. Or Super Alfred Chicken.
I'll leave it up to you.
Or we just do randomly again and see what we get.
I'll leave it up to you.
Let's do random for go ahead, and then we'll post it as a poll about what we should do.
Okay. All right.
If we get one. So
Okay.
Next time that happens.
All right.
Because it will happen again.
It will most certainly happen again. Yeah.
No whammies, stop.
185. It happened again.
No, did it really?
Yeah. What were the results on that poll?
That's very good.
185. Final Fantasy 2.
Damn.
Which weirdly I started playing Final Fantasy 4 a little bit the other night.
We could play a randomizer version.
Oof.
Or an updated version.
Yeah, I mean that is true. We
talked about doing that if we
updates.
pulled like Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy 6 or
Do like a remake.
Mm-hmm.
I think I own the remake.
There are a lot of Final Fantasy 2 remakes.
I think I own the 3D one. I'm not going to be able to get through it.
Oh, yeah.
But
no
I'm going to be
way.
able to give like
No
like,
fucking
I
way.
can give like opinions on it, I guess.
Yeah.
And there's no way I could do a randomizer. Actually, the reason I started playing Final Fantasy 2/4 is because I heard of a Final Fantasy 4 randomizer that sounded cool. So it's like maybe I can get familiar with this game. And then I was like, oh yeah, Animal Crossing and Final Fantasy 7 Remake. So yeah, that didn't last.
Mario RPG after those are done.
Yeah, rip Mario RPG. Sadly,
we'll do random again till we'll post the poll. We'll make a set of we need to box the randomizer and give it hard rules. Make rules for the religion.
yeah. Never put the randomizer in the corner. Rule number 1.
For now, we'll just keep spinning into chaos.
All right, spin it.
Whammy, stop.
Boop 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 boop. I like that. 209. Ghoul Patrol.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Ghoul Patrol.
We have done maybe like 175 to 180 Super Nintendo games. We've gotten 3 consecutive ones.
But think about how often this doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's true.
394.
Okay.
Primal Rage. Just kidding. 394. We have not done this game.
Okay. 394. Cape Fear, the Super Nintendo game.
Close. Maybe. I have never heard of this game before. No Escape. No Escape. Never heard of it. Don't know what it is. Probably not a
The
survival
link
horror.
is red.
We ain't got no links, baby. This is a spreadsheet. I had no idea what this is.
All right.
No Escape.
No Escape.
We can look it
In
up.
the meantime, we will set hard rules for the randomizer.
We can take a little sneak peek if you want to, or if you want to go in.
Let's take a little peek.
Little peek.
Let's take a little peek.
We can have a little peek.
As a treat.
All right, No Escape. According to The Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library, 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Master Mold Mike Lanham, happy birthday, is, please God, don't be for some reason, like, don't be a sports game, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
No Escape Soccer.
Right? Yeah, right.
It's a prison soccer game.
No Escape is an action platformer.
All right.
Okay.
Was that the one made off a movie that like no one saw?
Based on a movie that flopped.
Yep.
So there we go.
Okay,
So
I
hey,
see.
we can watch the movie.
Yeah, it's true.
What if that's streaming anywhere? We can have a Netflix watch party. No Escape.
No Escape. Hey, Experience Grind, you down for that?
Right.
For the Netflix
Please host
watch
this.
party?
Please host this for us.
All right. So next episode we're going to be doing No Escape. Let's see.
That's probably better than that Super Scope game we liked.
Probably.
right?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that game we were both like, man, this is so much fun.
But is it better than any Ren and Stimpy game? That's going to be what we really need
That's
to
the
ask
bar.
ourselves. Yeah.
That's the bar. So thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify. What's that other one? Starts with an S. Stitcher. That's it.
I was stuck on SoundCloud. I was like, we are not on
We're not
SoundCloud
on SoundCloud.
anymore. So that's not
There are
it.
too many S podcast
Wow.
platforms.
Also, I wonder how Stitcher's doing.
Hey, I don't know.
Yeah. Not really top of
How
mind.
you doing, Stitcher?
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to send us something? Send some packages for us to have an intro or something like that?
We have
You-
one waiting. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. I need to get it from Nicole.
You send that to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. You find us on Facebook. So we have TADPOG. We do episode announcements, memes, things like that on TADPOG. But you want to find that shit that you love, that you don't want your grandma to see, that's TADPOG Nation. But are you a good little boy or a good little girl who loves a menagerie
Then
of topics?
stay away from John K.
Yep. End of episode. Fuck, man. And we got that Discord, that TADPOG Discord. Or if you want to find us on Instagram or Twitter with TADPOG _podcast. But most importantly, we're on Patreon.
Thank you
So
for
you got
coming to
some
my
Patreon.
TAD talk.
So I want to thank some people for upping their pledge on Patreon, which looks like it will require me to log back in, and that will take an effort.
That's okay. I can pull it up on my phone, maybe.
No, there it saved. It saved the information.
Hey Siri, how much did Steve Martin increase his Patreon donation by?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. You can also try spelling it.
I'll try spelling it. Okay. Hey Siri, HOW space MU. You're good.
Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Click that notifications tab. All right. So I thanked Zeus for that huge increase last week. I thanked Demented Lemming before. I also want to thank a new pledge, Lands Up.
Lands up.
Lands
Okay.
Up.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Lands up.
And then a huge increase by Big Dick Pie Baker, Chris Vaughn.
All right.
Thank you very much.
New executive
Damn.
producer.
Yes, sir.
I got you on my list.
Oh, that's all I got. Unless you want to read down those executive producers.
I do. This show.
He gets his own unique thing on Twitch for TADPOG Church.
That is true. Yeah. Anybody on this list who of executive producers who wants a custom, their own sound effect that only they can use in the Tadpog Twitch, you let me know and I'll get that for you. So far, I think I've only got one set up for Grim and Dig Duggy. So.
Phil has one too, right?
And Phil, I'm sorry, yes, because Phil does have Rosebud. I forgot about that one. That's the last one that I've set up. This episode was executive produced by the following people: Coronavirus Savior, Cubicle Monkey, Usurper Grimm, God Emperor Alex Pena, Cody Phillips, Chase Coburn, Cousin David Colino, Chicks with Dixon, Laud Mulaney Dennis, Zeus Laser, Joseph Phillips, Platinum member Brett Miller, The Eightfold Daniel Abernathy, Magical Sleeper, a.k.a. Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn. It's Big Dicked. Big Dicked. He's not a big dick.
He's a pie baker.
He has
who
a
also
big,
has a big dick.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly that. Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Drinksmith Joey Webster, Executive Producer Dig Duggy, Pinball Archmage Chris Edler, and Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins.
Was Zeus on that list?
Zeus was on that list. Zeus Laser.
Zeus Laser. I guess we'd have give him a. Do we give him a title?
Zeus's Goose.
Zeus's Goose. Perfect.
But yeah, I mean, we also need to give some titles to Cody Phillips, Chase Coburn, Joseph Phillips. We got to get some titles.
We'll work on that. You're
we
right.
got some titles.
Let's do
We
that.
got to do the titles.
We'll announce them. We'll announce them through this post, this announcement on the next episode.
It's like, hey, here's a poll about what do you want us to do with the randomizer, and also titles.
Yeah. Let's see. Our theme song is Moose by Sycamore Drive. Link to that track. Pin that show notes at tadpog.com. How do you even close this one out, Dave?
Like Ren and Stimpy. I feel like that's pretty right on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, well, okay, yeah. We'll
Who
just
would,
do it. No,
who
we'll
would
just,
be who?
We'll just do it.
We know. I think we know.
We know.
All right. So until next time.
Tropical
Capricorn. Yeah, we got it.
We got it.
Nailed it.
I was hoping we were both going to do Ren.
I'm not a Ren.
No, you are definitely not a Ren. You're definitely not a Ren. Oh, I didn't realize that we were supposed to be doing the one that we are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We didn't set that ground rule.
Yeah.
I mean, we got it.
No, I'm a big dumb cat.
Then
I'm a huge dumb pussy, so that's me.
I'm a neurotic chihuahua.
Yeah.
So it works out. Billy West, man. Billy West was Stimpy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Billy West was Stimpy. And when John Kay was fired by Nickelodeon, John Kay voiced Ren. And when he was fired, Billy West started voicing Ren. John Kay did not like that. There is an incredibly awkward interview by Howard Stern, the Howard Stern interview with both John Kay and Billy West. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. In the interview,
So whose tits did we see?
show me your boobies. Show me, Billy West, show me your boobies.
Damn. All right. That is pretty, man.
So I don't know if you want to, I don't know. That might be show notes
Man,
material.
that's show notes
I mean,
material.
it's definitely awkward. In that interview, John Kay asks Billy West if he will do more voice work, I think, for Ren and Stimpy adult party.
Oh, okay.
And Billy West does not want to do that. Spoilers, he did not voice Stimpy. Yeah, and the Spike TV Ren and Stimpy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That lasted for 6 episodes, I think. Yeah.
I'm really missed out, man.
Yeah. We didn't even talk about unlabeled cans or anything.
Oh,
either.
yeah, the 20-year Kickstarter
Sure.
or whatever. That's probably pretty bad.
Yeah.
It sounds like a good premise.
Yeah. But look,
It's
man.
a very good premise.
When you're executing atrocities on children, you really don't have that much time left to
It's
squeeze
true.
in projects.
He's like, I can't do all this drawing, dude. I'm molesting. God, fuck that dude.
Yeah.